I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Portland Snowhawks. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Portland Snowhawks. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Portland team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. On the defensive side here, the starters for the Texans. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnston. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
They'll set up a throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
Just 2 weeks left in the regular season, so not many opportunities left. But I've got to tell you, I think he's had an MVP type of a season, and I just hope that everyone who votes doesn't go to sleep and already have their ballots cast.
I think there are a couple others in the national media who feel that way, too. You and I have been discussing this race since the calendar hit December, as have many other. But I think it's going to take 8 big quarters for him to truly have consideration. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now starts. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Watson now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Man open, it's Moss, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Starts. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Let's go.
On 2nd and a couple. Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 4 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
No problem there on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken,
That
correct?
does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Evans. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And the division title out of reach, we know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
So it's just a matter of adjusting now, isn't it? And what I mean by that is mentally. Every team starts the season thinking, let's go for the number 1 seed, right? Being the top team. Number 2 is pretty great, too, because you get the opening bye, and you're at home after that. But it doesn't matter at this point. Just getting in, and you just sit down and talk to your team. Would you rather go on the road and deal with someone, or would you rather stay at home for the playoffs? Let's go on the road and go take someone out.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. This is Starks, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Watson on 3rd down. The catch made by Miller. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So that'll back them up 5. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Watch one. I hope you got your left because I'm about to take you to school.
A run here for Starks. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Texans send the punter out. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And now out comes Houston. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Watson, throw left side, complete. That's Morrison. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. And this is incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On first down, Taylor. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
We gonna work.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Out of the gun, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Morrison. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Watson now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set. 19. You. Hey, watch it.
They'll run on first down. Starks. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5 now. Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
They're running with Starks. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, having his pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Here.
They'll run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards.
Oh, Starks lost the football, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
We're going to shut you down. This is it. 19. So nice number one. Right.
On 2nd down now, Starks, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. From the 44, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Watson. Complete. Starks on the screen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Watson looks to throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 8 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Watson's pass complete to number 88. Touchdown, Houston.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Flynn. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And he'll give it here to his running back. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the home side to take over on offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back, well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Hey, you got 3 out.
On second down, starts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Focus, defense, focus.
Right back to him on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down now. Starts. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On second down, starts. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Let's go, baby.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Quick pass out to Miller. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We got 3, Ready.
To throw again. Butler. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Butler. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Butler. He finds Howard complete. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop the throw. It's Hill, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. 2nd and 5. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Butler. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught by Evans. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They run with Taylor. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Taylor, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. They complete it to Hill. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, and the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mild.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there, 47 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle. Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away? Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Butler got his man complete over the middle. That's Moss. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out. Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Watch one. Now, here we go.
On 1st down, starts, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Watson now to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Texans on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again on the ground, again with Starks. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They run again with Starks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
2nd and 1. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Get it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They'll set up to throw. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go.